Women are expecting more out of men, while men are expecting less out of women. Yep, I said it. This is the truth in today's society. Most of us don't want to believe it, but it is everywhere. Do you not see it all the time? How women are demanding men to fit this mold of what masculinity is not. It's quite the opposite. It's actually a very weakened feminine man. And that is what we label as masculinity. A man who's easily manipulated, easily persuaded by the feminine. The feminine in which is actually more masculine than today's men. And we cannot win this war, ladies. And men, it's time to start fighting the war instead of just sitting back and being passive. A passive man is a weakened man, is an asleep man. Because within a man's DNA, within a man's innate body is the purpose to give to this world. But a lot of men are giving to women, while women are taking and taking and taking. And before I really get into it, y'all, I'm not saying this as every single woman, every single man, but I'm talking about the majority, because this is unfortunately how the majority of people think. Majority of women, majority of men. The majority of women, I would say, have very, very high standards for men to fit into, while men are settling for lower and lower women because they have to. Because the woman's standards in today's society are becoming so unattainable that it's leaving them single, depressed, childless, inability to return to femininity. Because there's a war against gender, again. And don't get me started about the LGBTQ+. It's a distraction. It is a distraction to distract human beings from regaining their innate power. And the energy behind that power is either feminine or masculine. Although we have both, I'm not stupid. We have both of these energies to tap into. But you cannot look me dead in the eye and tell me that women are supposed to be masculine and men are supposed to be feminine. It's out of balance, and we are not set up innately to be that. We have greater purpose than to diminish the other gender, to label people based upon what? Sorry, I had to get that out of the way, okay? Listen, I have awoken to a lot of truths since since awakening out of my delusions that I held this time last year. This time last year, I really wanted to be a boss babe, independent babe, don't need no man. I was trying to figure my stuff out this time last year. I was on OnlyFans. I was exploiting my body every other day on Instagram while in a relationship because I thought that was a powerful thing for me to do because I saw every other woman doing it, even when they were in a relationship. So it was normalized. What the actual fuck? What is that? Women, I'm gonna talk to you first. If you really think it's appropriate and acceptable to be posting half naked while you are in a relationship with a man, you look like a clown. You look really silly. And why would anyone want to take you seriously? I'm sorry. The fact that a woman's insecurities and voids are becoming actually influenced by others is scary. And when I say others, women who are influencers, exploiting their bodies every other day, giving relationship advice, mostly based upon their hurts that they attracted out of men, people giving relationship advice when they have obviously not healed woundings from their past, and they're influencing young women to hate men, and it's really sick. I can name a bunch actually, but I'm not going to do that, because listen, at the end of the day, we need to wake up out of stupidity. Now, man, let me pass the baton on to you now, okay? If you are really wanting to have a fulfilling life, you always chasing women will not lead you into fulfillment. These women that you're chasing don't give a fuck about you. They usually are now, in today's society, focused upon what you can give them. Even if it is just attention. Because women need attention from men all day, every day. Or she'll feel what's beneath the surface of a bikini photo, of a selfie. What is it? The need to find fulfillment from another person, usually a man. Because unfortunately in today's society too, a lot of women are walking around with daddy issues. Because unfortunately, men have never been in divine masculinity. We haven't seen it on this planet before. I'm not saying that there's been great men out there, but when I'm talking about us getting recentered back into a God-centered way, where we're actually living out of purpose, selflessness, we first must deliberately inquire upon selfishness by being selfish enough to do the inner work, selfish enough to put your life first other than another person's life first. That's what a lot of people are doing in today's day and age. They're fulfilling these influencers' dream lives by liking their shit constantly, distracted by noise, when they haven't tended to their own garden, and their garden has weeds. Their garden is becoming inhabitable for them to live. So they try to escape themselves by looking into other people's lives to fulfill the life they wish they could live. And they can live it. They can live it when they stop giving their energy away to people who don't give a fuck about them. Sorry, I went off. I haven't done that in a while, and it feels really good. Really good. I'm gonna breathe. This is a good time for me to mention when I go off like that, it's not because there's something mentally wrong with me, or that I'm having an episode, or I'm angry. It's because it's right in front of our face, and no one's awakening to it. The small majority of our society today is awakening to it. So at times, I can feel a little crazy when people are ignoring stupidity on the daily. So, yeah, that's where that came from. And it's been pent up a little bit. Yeah. Listen, we as a society today have a responsibility to get to know our own energetic, to regain a spiritual essence that will not hinder our growth here. We are here to evolve. But a lot of people are inhibiting their evolution because they're living day by day out of an insecurity that is masked by perfection. By perfection. And insecurity is not perfection. It is the imperfection of your perfection. We live in a polarity. We are polarity itself. That's why we have two genders. That's why we have day and night. That's why we have happy and sad. We can't get rid of this in today's society. We can't. We can try. But the more you try, the more you will see polarity grow and grow and grow. And listen, we wouldn't even want to cut off from polarity. That is how this world is set up to help us. to grow us, to remind us out of what we are not, to regain who we are in truth, in sacred center. So, you who I'm talking to right now, if you haven't awoken to this yet of what's happening out in public, how women are actually being celebrated by being masculine, celebrated, and then they get to feel even more empowerment out of living through an insecurity they have not been able to even notice or touch or feel into. Because why would they? It's celebrated. And men, are you feeling a lot more anger? Are you feeling a lot more lonely? Are you having a harder time vetting out a wife because there's no wife material women anymore who even value marriage? So you would rather remain quiet, weakened, and addicted to external validational sources that fuel what? Usually your sexual urges that weaken the man the most. So there's no healthy relationships anymore because no one is celebrating men into their masculinity, assisting them with it, and no one's allowing safety for the women to relax into the feminine power this world is needing. Not only for this world, for our future children who deserve to have a mother safe in femininity, not fighting with her father. A congruence of the ebbs and flow that creates life to grow. So I had to state some things. I had to do it. And I'm not directly talking to, again, all women, all men. I know that there's some great women out there, some great men out there, but there's also a lot of people who are asleep, unconscious, and doing things that are hurting themselves as well as our next generation, and in return, Mother Earth. And I've had enough of it. I actually can't sit back and allow this shit to go on any longer. I can't do it, because when you've awakened to these truths, God uses you to speak truth back into the world that's been diminished within spirituality, within sacred humanness. The ness within the human is not the mess. It is the isness that creates all. You are a part of the all, and please do your duty here today to return back to truth, to not ignore the red flags in today's society, but to turn them into green flags by doing it within yourself, by showing up as who you are. If you're a man listening to this, embark on the journey of masculinity. Don't allow women to tarnish who you are, because their insecurities are the only thing that's in competition with you. Femininity would never compete with a man. Femininity will assist men back into masculinity, while men allow the safe container for women to be within their femininity. And so we can rebalance the planetary energies within ourselves, within Mother Gaia, and for our future children. So that's my reel of today. That's my spiel. I hope something resonated with you. I hope you got to awaken into some truths. And yeah. I'm good, you guys. Please know whenever I go off like that, it's just me talking from pure passion and love and care for you and for this earth and for our children, and we deserve better. So I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.